Before we get started, please subscribe. Here we go. I just wanted to talk about a couple customer service stories I've had. I've had plenty of jobs so far, and most of them have involved customer service one way or another. And throughout all of these customer service jobs, I've learned a couple of things, but one main big thing: us people are dumb. Customers are not smart people. Think about it this way: every business requires customers in order to operate. You have to have someone buying your product or taking part in what you're doing. But they're not employees. They don't know how things operate, and so you're still relying on them, but they don't know what you're doing. And yet, they're the one that everything hinges upon. What a system. I mean, customers use this to their advantage sometimes. One time, me and my roommate at college went to a CC's Pizzeria. We saw a family of 7 walk into the door, go up to the counter, and buy one meal. And then they proceeded to take their entire family of 7 to the buffet, get yelled at by the management, while at the same time yelling back at the management. It was a real deal. It was a real, hoot. So I just wanted to share a big example of this over at one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. I was a lifeguard. I was actually a lifeguard at the Walt Disney World Resort for its 2 water parks, Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. Amazing times, such fun times I had there. But man, people aren't smart. As a lifeguard, your number one focus is safety. You gotta keep everybody safe, but also it's a Disney water park. You gotta make sure people are having fun too. You can't be rude to these people. You gotta make sure everyone's having a good time because the customer is always right. Kinda. For example, one of the most frequent things that would happen while lifeguarding at one of the kiddie sections, there's this big zip line that kids would go down and splash down into an 8-foot pool, the deepest pool in any of the water parks. Only kids could go down this zip line. There wasn't really a lower limit to who could go on the ride. There was just a height limit. So there was plenty of times that the parents would look at the zip line and go, "Whoa, doesn't that look fun, Susie? Wouldn't you want to do that?" And the little kid's like, but the parent of that 2-year-old doesn't really care. They're like, "This kid's going ziplining." So they would send the kid up to the top of the ride, and then I would have a conversation with them that would typically go something like this. So my kid's 2 years old. They can't swim at all. I'm going to jump in after them as soon as they go down. No, you're not going to do that. If your kid is going to be in danger, I would suggest you would have them put on a life jacket. Oh, they don't need a life jacket. They can't swim, but they don't need a life jacket. I'm gonna just jump in after them. Please, I can't let you jump in after them. I will make sure to be ready to jump in as soon as they hit the water. I would really suggest that they wear a life jacket. Oh, it's fine. I'm gonna jump in. Please don't. I will. Okay, here we go. A little context. We want to allow parents to jump in after their children into this pool, because what if the parent doesn't know how to swim? Now I've got to save 2 people at once, and one is way bigger than a little kid. So the kid would go down, the parent would inevitably jump in, and I would jump in right after them, and I would either be the first to get the kid, or the parent would grab the kid and subsequently put them in their arm, try to swim out, and end up dunking the kid under the water as they're swimming themselves out, essentially drowning the kid, getting him out. So was the customer right? No! No kids or parents ever got hurt while I was on duty. Thank goodness. I had to do a 3-person rescue in that pool one day. Plenty of other things happen throughout the day. That happens a couple of times. But one thing in Florida happens every single day of the summer: thunderstorms. There are plenty of uncertain things in life, but the number one certainty in life that you can rely on in Florida, if it's the summer, it gon' rain. So what would end up happening for my job is, as soon as lightning came into the area, a warning would be broadcast all around the park. From there, we would safely get everyone out of the water and underneath some cabanas with lightning rods nearby, so it was safe for all the people that were still in the park, but making sure no one got into the water. And from there, we would have fun. We would get little games out, and we would play games with the kids, and sometimes the adults would join in. It was a lot of fun, honestly. I had some great conversations with people. And the thing about thunderstorms in the summer, they will probably go on for about 3 or 4 hours at a time without stopping. There's no end in sight. You look at the clouds and it's just a wave of darkness. So basically my job was just to make sure people were entertained and having fun, and keep them distracted from realizing, wait a minute, I paid to be in the water. That water! Not this rain. Disney doesn't own this. I could have done this for free. That's why I would keep them distracted. And also I would answer their questions, and I would get tons of them. The one that hits me strongest to this day, the time a man came up to me all gruff, angry, and just marching at me like, When you're walking at me like that, I know you're bluffing. Okay, everyone knows you're bluffing. It's not intimidating. You're about 2 feet smaller than me. And so this man, he walked up to me and he went, "Hey, why am I not in the water right now? I paid to be in the water. And I'm like, well, sir, there's lightning in the area. It's not safe for you to be in the water right now. You can stay in the park if you'd like, but we cannot allow you in the water until the lightning goes away. This man looks me dead in the eye, takes a breath, and goes, "There's no lightning here. I only hear thunder." And so, from there, I had to explain to a grown man, easily twice my age, that lightning causes thunder. I had to teach him this, not our education system. He was at Disney. That was one of the jokes in Cars, and if you're at Disney and have kids, you've seen Cars. So I had to explain to this man that lightning causes thunder. He didn't like that, but what can I do? I would write that off. I would write that off as a one-time, well, this guy's just angry and wasn't thinking straight. I answered that question 3 more times on 3 separate days. That is why customers are dumb. Anyways, that's about all I've got for today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.